Hey guys, and welcome back to Excel Tech. If you're enjoying the content, please consider subscribing, liking, and making a comment below. So I thought I'd make a quick video. It's been about 2 days since the Ethereum merge, and basically everything at the moment is in the negative. All the current mineable coins, they're all making negative dollars at the moment. So the setup that I have at the moment are two 3090s, three 3070s, a A2000 and a 1050 Ti. So with my current hash rate, everything is basically negative profit. Neoxa is down $1.68, Flux is down $1.62. And if we go scroll all the way down, Raver coins negative $2.03. And if we come down to Ethereum here, Ethereum Classic, it's negative $2.20. And the one that everyone has put their hash rate on, Ergo, is down $2.17. So, everything is in the negative at the moment. So what's my plan at the moment with the hash rate that I have? So basically, I've just put all of my hash rate onto Flux because I want to get as much yield as possible on my Flux. So I was previously mining on hero miners, and you can see that before the merge, this is about when I actually put all of my hash rate onto hero miners, and I was making about 6.9 flux per day, 6 to 7 flux per day, and it's got closer to the merge. Basically that came down to about 5. The merge happened 2.7, 2.6, 2.7, and I've just moved all of my hash rate over to Flux pools because I want to see how much extra reward I can get for loyalty, because they pay you a loyalty bonus if you have a consistent hash rate over a week. So maybe there's a possibility of getting a little bit more flux there, but as you can see at the moment, it's dropped down to about 1.5 flux per day that I'm making on the Flux pool because everyone's spreading their hash rate around everywhere. So at the moment you can see we're making probably about negative $1.62 per day, and I think that's the same for everybody at the moment. So the last couple of days, some of these coins like this Crypto Night GPU was in the green, and in the last 24 hours they're also now in the negatives, in the red as well. I think a lot of people are basically looking at what to mine, seeing what's profitable, moving all their hash rate onto that particular algorithm, and then within 24 hours the difficulty goes up, and basically it's not making any money. So if you come over and look at Red Panda Mining's channel, you'll see that he was mining Ergo as well, and that because the difficulty rate and the hash rates went up so much, he was explaining in his video that he's basically shutting down all of his rigs because on Ergo at the moment all of his rigs is costing him about $60 per day in electricity, but he's actually only making about $23 per day with all of his hash rate, which is 20 gigahash here on Ergo. He said he's only making about $23 per day in US, so he's down in the red $40 USD per day. So it's not really worth him to continue mining, and so he's shutting down most of his rigs and only keeping a few of them that he's going to pay out of pocket. So basically what I'm doing as well is basically paying this out of pocket for now to get as much flux as I can to build up to 1,000 flux so I can actually stake it. So if you come over to Rabbit Mining's YouTube channel, he made a video a couple of weeks ago on the 8th of September, and he was explaining how much he was getting in the Titan node. So he actually staked about 1,000 flux, and from basically July until now in September he's made about 9.3 flux. So he's made that 9 flux without having to spend any electricity, any hardware or any GPUs to mine that 9 flux. So if you look at it at the moment, we're spending $1.62 per day in electricity to get 1.92 flux, right? And we're in the negative, so we're paying that out of pocket. Whereas, that 1,000 flux that is staked, although it's not a huge return, 7% per year, which is not too bad, but he's getting that 9.3 flux without having to use any of his resources or his hardware. So that's my plan with Flux. I'm trying to get up to the 1,000 flux so I can actually stake it and make some staking rewards. So I think it's really good to be able to diversify our hardware or diversify our mining portfolio in order to basically cover for periods of time, like at the moment after the ETH merge and going through the crypto winter, where right now everything is in the red. Nothing is actually profitable. So I'm actually glad that, over the last year, as I've been following all the different crypto mining YouTubers and seeing what they're doing, and formulated my own plan and having to diversify the hardware that I've got. So as I mentioned in my previous video, so right now I have my GPUs. So I've got my 23090s, my 33070s, an A2000, and also my 1050 Ti mining away on my GPUs. But I've also got 4 5900X CPU miners mining away CPU mineable coins as well. And they've actually been doing quite well at the moment. And as I mentioned previously, I also purchased some helium miners as well. So I've diversified my mining hardware into, quite a few different avenues to be able to actually mine the cryptocurrency. So at the moment on my 4 5900X CPU miners, so what I'm mining at the moment is this coin called Jagoan coin, which Rapid Mining mentioned a couple of weeks ago, and basically it's running the Ghostwriter algorithm. So basically it's the same as Raptorium and Bitorium. It's just the most profitable CPU mineable coin at the moment because the price has gone up a little bit. So I'm actually mining the Jagoan coin on ZergPool, because ZergPool allows you to mine an algorithm or a coin and get paid out in basically BTC. For the last, kind of 24 hours, this is the coin that I've been making. Made about 0.0017 BTC. So I've mined about 0.00017 Bitcoin. At the current price at the moment of making this video is about $19,859. So I've made about 3.38 USD in 24 hours. And my electricity is about 12 cents per kilowatt USD, multiplied by about 500 watts for the 4 rigs. And basically it works out to be about $1.44 in electricity costs per day. So I'm making actually in profit $1.94, so close to $2 in profit per day. So if we look at what to mine, I'm losing about $1.62 per day in Flux at the moment. So I think overall here, I would say that they cancel each other out. So I'm basically covering my electricity costs with my GPUs at the moment by mining the CPU mineable coins. So the CPU mining is actually covering my electricity costs. So I would say, I'm about even Steven at the moment in terms of my electricity costs. So I feel that my decision, during the year to basically diversify my hardware at the moment has actually, really helped kind of minimize the, out-of-pocket expenses that I need to pay at the moment during this period of time where everything is, down in the red. So the CPU miners are basically helping me to cover a lot of my electricity costs. So what's my plan currently moving ahead in terms of how the market conditions are now is I'm basically trying to mine as much Flux as I can to build up, to the 1,000 Flux so I can stake it, either through the Titan nodes or maybe getting a Cumulus node and getting some hardware. And in the meantime, basically mining my CPU mineable coins to help me to cover some of my electricity expenses, and I'm happy to cover whatever and I'm happy to basically pay out of my own pocket whatever is remaining. So that's my plan going ahead. So what's your plan, moving ahead at the moment? So let me know in the comments below what you're thinking of doing. So I would say, it's really good to go and follow and watch the YouTube videos of all the crypto mining YouTubers and get more knowledge and get different perspectives from everybody, because everyone's situation is going to be different. So, if you think about Rapid Mining and, even Red Panda Mining, they might have, 30, 40, 50 GPUs or more, so their hash rates are actually quite high. Whereas, me at the moment, I have 7 GPUs mining. That's all I have. My hash rate is not very high. So what works for me may not work for you at home, what you're doing in your situation. So, if you go and get more knowledge from the other crypto miner YouTubers. You can see what they're doing and compare that to what hash rate you have and what equipment you have, and then basically formulate your own plan on how you want to go about and think about where you want to designate your hash rate. Or it might make sense, like Red Panda did, is basically to switch off the majority of his rigs because it's costing him $40 per day in electricity. So he might just leave a couple on, which might only cost him, bring it down to $5 per day, or whatever he's willing to actually pay out of pocket to keep mining some coins during this kind of bear market time to get as much yield as possible in certain coins. And that way, as the market conditions turn around again, and we lose, more hash rate comes back on again, we're going to get even less yield. So my plan at the moment is to keep going through this period of time because of my setup of my GPU miners and my CPU miners basically kind of covering for each other. So I'm at kind of an equilibrium at the moment, and I'm probably not paying out of my own pocket, too much, or it's at a rate which I'm, able to accept and absorb. So yeah, let me know what you guys are doing, what you think. Please, like and subscribe the video and make any comments below. So I'll make it a short one today, and I'll try to upload more frequently from now on, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks guys, bye.